Ooh, spooky, spooky, I'm back from the dead, yeah! And more on this week's episode of... My name is Kai.
And my name is Fraser.
It's been another couple of weeks since we last spoke.
Yep, Kai was dead yet again.
Yeah, but like this time, really dead.
Yes,
you know?
like he was basically on one of those beep 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 machines.
Yeah,
he wasn't, but you know we can dream because that would have made
what
the
do you
story
mean?
a little bit more
be on
epic.
one of them.
No, I
Don't dream.
No, I meant the story would have been epic.
Epic.
Fine.
Fair,
no,
my voice is gonna be doing that all throughout today, so you should. Be right.
Yeah, here we go. Sing mimicking the beep 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 beep. But you're feeling better now?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty good.
That's lovely. Do you know what? It's good, because the first question for this week's community episode, by the way, oh yeah, it's the community episode this week. Well, hey, we put out a tweet on Twitter asking for you to send us in some questions at Stuck in a Podcast. If you missed it, go follow us at Stuck in a Podcast. But the first question for today, which basically eliminates the need for me to ask the question, Jenny IG on Twitter says, how are you doing just in general? How's life going for you both? I hope you're well. And then a little smiley face. So Kai, how are you doing just in general? How's life going?
You know what? I'm doing better now I can speak. I'm doing better now I can go out again. I'm doing better now that I'm not dying 24/7.
Uh-huh.
Pretty good.
Sounds good.
Hope you're well.
It's questionable.
Fraser, Fraser, how are you doing just in general? How's life going for you?
Yes, I'm also doing well, although some people might have seen my blunder on Twitter today, where I literally deleted every single two-factor authentication code that's on my phone because of a bug in iOS 15, and I basically tore my hair out with stress. That was not a fun part of today at all. But otherwise, ignoring that, yeah, I'm doing all right.
That must have been such a nightmare.
Oh god, it was horrible. So long story short, for people that want to know, and just to avoid you making the same mistake, if you use Google Authenticator and you've upgraded to iOS 15, there's a bug where for some reason it just duplicates every single two-factor authentication you have. And it's fine because like it displays the exact same codes and everything, but there's just 2 entries for Twitter, 2 entries for Google, 2 entries for blah 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 blah. And I thought, oh well, I find this really annoying because it takes me forever to scroll down to the bottom. Where the other codes are that I use. So I deleted all the duplicate ones. Restarted my phone, all gone.
Yeah.
So I wish I Googled it beforehand, because loads of other people have done the exact same thing. Literally, there's so many people who are upgraded to iOS 15 who have also gone and locked themselves out of all of their accounts because they've deleted their two-factor authentication codes. So yeah, that's happened. But otherwise, how's life going? Yeah,
so life's going well
right.
then, Fraser. Yeah,
life's going all right. Bar that, I'm still working. I'm still going places. Got a trip going on at the end of the week, which will be nice. And yeah, it's all going all right at the moment. Although it's getting cold, and I miss summer.
Oh, it is getting cold, isn't it? Although we're having like a little heat wave like tomorrow.
Are we? Oh my god, please.
Well, by heat wave I mean 3 degrees.
3? Wow.
And then it kind of goes back down. It's like quite sad because it goes from, today it's 16, tomorrow it's 19, and then Wednesday it goes down to 17, then it just drops to 12. It's bad.
Oh, that is too cold still. Go back to 25, please.
I know. Why can we not have nice weather, please?
We said please.
Exactly.
Be
Everyone
nice
that says
to
please
us.
is nice. But yeah, otherwise I think life is going to be good. Christmas is coming up. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any like bad things happening really this year. It seems quite nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for Christmas. But do you know what's coming up soon? Halloween.
Yeah.
So we've got another question. Thank you, Jenny, for that question. That was very lovely and sweet. The other question. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, and just in general, I hope life is going good for you. Hope you're doing well. Smiley face. Rosie, kind of hijacking your question now because we take it in turns normally, but still, Rosie
it's fine.
has asked, "What are your plans for Halloween?"
Not much.
You're not doing anything?
Not really.
Do you reckon you'll get like a multi-pack of chocolates and trick or treat yourself?
What, knock on my own door and be like, hello? Oh, hello!
Yeah, look in the mirror. Ah, shit! Okay, that does as a Mars bar.
You know what? Not a bad plan. It is a good excuse just to go and buy chocolate, isn't it? So
Exactly, may as well.
I think one of my friends is having like a party on the 30th, so probably go to that. But other than that, not really anything planned. I've been doing videos for Halloween. Like I started the other day, last week, because I haven't been able to record anything for a week.
Yeah.
I did my first one with Coda, which was the Halloween costumes with him, which was very fun. And I've got a couple more planned. I'm going to do a big pumpkin carving thing, which I kind of want to do with you.
Oh, that would be fun.
Do you want to buy a pumpkin and then we'll like call and stream the call, basically?
That could work.
And we'll do a pumpkin carving Discord call.
That would be fun.
Maybe buy like 3 pumpkins so we can do like a...
3 pumpkins?
They're 65p.
Oh, I thought that said £65.
No, they're 65p. In Tesco, they're 65p.
Can I get one of the mini ones?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love the
I
mini
think
pumpkins.
what we should do, though, is we should do like a best 2 of 3, and whoever wins, something has to happen.
What? Okay. Well, yeah, sure. That sounds fun.
Cool, we'll do that. So that's my Halloween plans. What about you?
I've got absolutely no plans for Halloween.
Excuse me, we just made a Halloween plan.
Oh yeah, that's my Halloween plan. But otherwise, I've got absolutely no plans for Halloween. I've got one plan for Halloween. This is the spookiest plan of them all. Are you ready? You're gonna literally scream.
Well, I can't really still, but yeah.
So not specifically on the Halloween day, but the day before Halloween, I'm taking my car in for an MOT. Ooh.
Worst day for a Halloween, for a MOT.
Yeah.
So,
otherwise, I've told my mum I don't want any chocolate. I'm still trying to go through all the birthday chocolate.
You don't want any chocolate?
No, I don't want to get any chocolate for Halloween, because normally what my mum does is exactly what I asked you to do, and get a big bag of chocolate and then just treat yourself. But I've said that I don't want any chocolate because I've still got so much birthday chocolate. I've only just finished chocolate. Oh no. I'm gonna need to go on like some exercise spree or something to get rid of all of this chocolate fat that I've put on. It's unbelievable. I've eaten all of those Freddos. I've pretty much finished all of Aiden's chocolates now. I'm working for your chocolates. My family got me a box of Heroes as well. It's been a month and it's still not gone.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So I'm so sick of having chocolate now. It's nice, don't get me wrong, because I have stuff at lunchtime as well. I'm like, I'll treat myself to some birthday chocolate at lunchtime instead of having the wafers out the fridge. So it's nice to have a nice variety. Like today I had a nice handful of Heroes to go with my lunch. But there's just so much chocolate. I'm so done with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But otherwise, no plans for Halloween. Might watch a scary movie. But I tell a lie. There's always one plan for Halloween. On Friday the 29th, I'll be once again streaming my jump scare alert enabled Friday live stream, where people can donate money to scare the shit out of me with jump scary loud alerts, ranging from the View Cinema guy going, hello, to Gibby going, Gibby! And more. So all of that can jump scare me on Friday the 29th, where I'll be playing a horror game. I think I'm going to be continuing Amnesia, the most recent one.
Nice.
Because I only just started it on the last Friday the 13th. So that's going to be the plan for this one, I reckon.
When is the next Friday the 13th? Is that...
Oh, it's not for a while now. The next Friday the 13th is actually on May Friday the 13th.
Is it May?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely. I've just scrolled through my calendar.
So just 7 months, roughly?
Yeah, so a very long time between Halloween and that one. So you got to come along, because if you don't catch me doing jump scare donation alerts between or in this live stream, you're not going to see me do it again until May 2022.
Yeah, that's true. And where can they find that, Fraser?
On twitch.tv/FraserIRL. Go follow me, because I'm trying to get to 1,069 followers.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice. Thanks, Rosie.
Thanks, Rosie. Let us know your Halloween plans on Twitter, by the way. Send us a tweet.
That goes to everyone, by the way, not just Rosie.
Yeah. Well, no, we're just asking her. No, everyone. Jack Sucks Alive updates. J-Dog Mad Fresh has said, what do you think of the trend of YouTubers creating podcasts? Would you advise upcoming influencers to create a podcast? And do you watch regular other podcasts? If yes, which?
I'm going to work on this backwards. Do you regularly listen to other podcasts? Not anymore, but I used to regularly listen to David Dobrik's Views podcast. And ultimately, that's half of the inspiration behind Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast, because I wanted to do a similar sort of thing where it's just a chat show story sort of thing, because I find that to be very entertaining, listening to other people's stories, rather than, there's like the Financial Times who talks about finance and stuff, and while I don't care about that, I don't like to see it as like a news bulletin.
For sure.
I just like hearing other people's stories and what's going on in their lives. So hearing week after week updates, like, what's going on with someone that I'm interested in, that sort of stuff. I love the story side of things.
What's going on with Bernie?
But now I don't really listen to any podcasts. Ever since I've not taken the bus to work or anything, I've kind of gone off of listening to them, because I found it to be a really fun thing to do, listening to podcasts on the bus whilst I was whilst travelling in and scrolling Twitter. But no, I don't normally go out my way to listen to them now. So it's been a very long time, which is annoying because I was actually up to date with every single episode of Views ever.
Yeah.
When I stopped listening to them. So now I'm a year and a half behind again. So well.
That's a shame.
What about you? Do you listen to any other podcasts?
I do not. I don't think I've ever listened to a podcast, like, willingly.
Fair enough.
Although there was one a long time ago when I was like, I don't know, maybe 11. It was like 3 Minecraft guys or whatever. They did a Twitch stream of it, and they had like a guest on every week.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but I didn't really know it was a podcast until like thinking about it.
You were tricked into listening to some podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Amazing.
Very weird.
I think these next 2 questions could come hand in hand.
Yep.
What do you think of the trend of YouTubers creating podcasts, and would you advise upcoming influencers to create a podcast? The trend is good provided there's content. If people are making podcasts for the sake of making podcasts, then I honestly don't understand the point. It obviously depends on people's formats, because there are chat show podcasts literally just for the sake of it, where they just want to keep up to date with listeners and any viewers to their different channels, and be like, oh yeah, this is my podcast where I'm just going to tell you about what's going on the channel, and that makes perfect sense. But if people are making podcasts because everyone's making a podcast, and then by episode 5 they run out of content, then clearly it's been a bit poorly planned. Like, we're on episode, I don't know the exact number, but we're
like 100 and something.
We're near 110.
Yeah.
And we've been going for over 2 years now, which is really, really good. But like, there's quite a few podcasts where they start off doing things, they talk about things, realize that actually they've ran out of the thing that they want to talk about, and they start talking about other things that they don't care about. I guess some people could say, oh yeah, but that's what you do. No, the things we talk about is because we want to talk about things. Everything that we choose to talk about on the podcast is willing. Like, we're willing to talk about that, whereas other people will literally look at the news and go, oh, BBC News said that there's a gravy shortage, how sad.
Oh no.
And then they run out of things to say. So would I advise upcoming influencers to create a podcast if there is a motivation to do so, and you believe that you will last at least half a year? Because, sometimes it really does take that long to understand if it fits your boots, if that idea is good or not. Then, yeah, of course, why not? It's a bit of fun. If you really get into the swing of things and you find it enjoyable, then, yeah, sure, I think that's a great idea. But if you're doing it for the sake of it and there's no clear objective, then, yeah, I think maybe have a think.
If you're good at talking as well, like, either on your own or with, like, someone else, definitely, like, much better. If you're just a bit shit at talking, like, in general, don't bother, probably, because you gotta have something that flows quite nicely to be able to have something that works like this.
Yeah, it really ultimately depends on your style. If you're going with chat show, similar to how this is, where we just talk about stories and what's going on in our lives, then you really need someone else to bounce off of. I think if you listened to the previous episodes where I did one solo episode and Kai did one solo episode, I think you can hear how difficult it is to do it by yourself.
There's a lot of and and ooh and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, and it's not just you telling a story. You have to fill the gaps. You have to bounce off yourself, and you have. Thank you very much, boing boing. And you have to somehow make it flow. Whereas when there's me and Kai, that's quite ironic. You go and the bit have to flow. When there's me and Kai, we know what each other are like when we talk to each other, so it's quite easy to bounce off each other and contribute something. Especially once you've done it for quite a while. Yeah, we do have our points where we talk over each other, but we also have our points where, like for example, I'll pause and I know that Kai is going to say something, so we'll say something, and it goes quite nicely hand in hand.
Yes.
So. Yeah, I think that's my opinion. Would you say yours is on the same wavelength?
Yeah, I can't really add any more. I'd say the same.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're interested in it, give it a go. And my first bit of advice before you create your podcast, if you already have an outstanding platform and you, like, for example, create videos, then you know that you'll probably be okay, because if you're good at commentating over videos, then you'll be good at doing a podcast. But if you think of doing it by yourself, have a think, would it be better with a co-host? Because 9 out of 10 times, yes, it is better with a co-host. But if you haven't done it before, you've never created any form of content, you want to dive straight into podcasts, I would recommend recording a trial episode.
Yes.
Record a trial episode, listen back to yourself. If you find yourself pausing or doing other things and coming back to it, it's not that good.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it all depends on your interests. Your target market will be who you or what you structure your show around. If it's entertainment, you'll have people who like entertainment. If it's just a chat show, you have people who are interested in you. It is very hard to grow a chat show podcast, because if people don't know you, then why would they care about you?
Spot on. I think one thing as well is your first episode will always be the best episode you've had until you have one more boom at some point.
Yeah.
Because like you'll probably see the numbers and be like, oh wow, 10 people listened, and then like the next week you'd have like 2 or something like that, because 8 people aren't interested maybe, but that's just normal with everything, you know. So I guess try it if you want to, see how it goes, but don't stress out about it, you know.
Yeah. Otherwise, good question. Thank you very much, Jack's Excellent Life Updates. New question then, though. Nathaniel Show, what process do you guys go through to make videos? So what's our thought process behind making videos? You've been making quite a few lately. What's been your process?
I have. My process is, nowadays I tend to write it down in like I got a sticky notes tab with like all of my video ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
So I tend to write it down. I'll then look at it and be like, okay, is this going to be a good video? Yes or no? If no, get rid of it. If yes, probably keep it there. And I always record the first 5 minutes before I like know if I want to continue with it.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not enjoying it after the first 5 minutes, I know when it's edited down, no one else is probably going to enjoy it after the first like minute, roughly. So, you know, that's kind of my process there. But like that's not always the case. Obviously, sometimes I'll record something and be like, oh, it's just a spontaneous recording of something, you know. It's not just let's do this. But it always comes from an idea before anything else, because nowadays I'm not really one to play games or anything like as much as I used to and whatever else. And I feel like getting ideas that aren't game related are very difficult, because you've got to literally just think of something to do, basically. And I don't really want to make like Reddit videos and stuff either, because I'm not a big fan of making Reddit videos personally.
Yeah.
So it's a bit difficult in that retrospect. I like making a lot of like real life sort of videos and stuff, but I do enjoy streaming games and stuff instead, you know?
Yeah.
And, like streaming Reddit stuff instead, because it's a bit more entertaining, because I can just kind of come up with things on the spot and whatever else, which you can do in videos, but it's not the same. Otherwise, look at videos, especially at the moment, look at videos that you really enjoyed when you were growing up and stuff, and see what was special about them, and see if you can like make a spin on something like that. Maybe that's my general process for that. Otherwise, just edit, upload, whatever else afterwards. What about you?
Sounds good. No, I go through a similar process. I use Microsoft To Do to write down all of my ideas. So it's just like a tick box thing. Once I've done it, I can move it to editing. Once I've edited it, I can tick it off. And that's my general process. for thinking of ideas. But no, when I think of ideas, it's literally just either whatever I think of that I think is good, I'll write down on that to-do list, and then I'll actually get around to it.
Yeah. It's the getting around to it part that's the hardest.
Yeah, and there's just some things that I just can't get around to. So like, there's an idea which I've had for like a year and a half, and I'm waiting on another company to get back to me and arrange things. But it's not. I don't think it's going to happen. It's been so long. But yeah, I've got to a point now where I've stopped making videos for quite a bit, just because I'm out of time. I'm not able to dedicate the time that I want to dedicate to making the videos. Say that again.
You sound like you're dying.
I was yawning at the same time.
You're like, I'm out of time.
Oh, yeah, I was yawning.
I'm out of time.
So yeah, because I don't have that time, as much time as I did before, I just don't want to rush videos. Yeah. And especially now that like lockdown's easy, I want to do more in real life videos, because that's literally the whole point of me rebranding. Yeah. But the issue is like I've not been able to see as many people as I did previously. As often as I did previously, talking pre-COVID. So it's not... it's a bit more difficult to organise, because the stuff I want to do is IRL stuff, and I don't have as much time as I did to be able to do that IRL stuff. So I'm just kind of weighing up like how I should go forward. And I've been putting out tweets and stuff like I'm in a massive block and I don't know what to do about it, but I'll get over it. I'm still enjoying doing Twitch stuff. I'll still continue to do Twitch stuff. But otherwise, yeah, when I do make videos, it's literally think of an idea that I know is going to be good. I won't do an idea which I know is going to be rubbish. Yeah. If I enjoy the idea, I will do the idea like you said. And then, yeah, editing. I've got like a general idea of what I want to do. Any gags I would have wrote down beforehand. It's like any editing gags I would have made up during the recording. And then during the recording, I usually write down those gags to say, oh, I want this to happen here. Or I say it out loud, so then when I listen back to the recording, I'm like, hello, me, I want to do this. Well. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'll edit it based off of what I've said, or not based off of what I said if there's no things like that. And then, yeah, I'll just record any extras that need to go on top, upload it, done. Pretty standard process.
Yeah, general process for both of us, I think.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Thanks, Nathaniel. So, Animal Lover has said, favourite TV show / cartoon from your childhood?
I think we've had this one before, but it would be interesting to see if I come up with the same answer. Cartoon-wise, I love Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry is always a good one.
Absolutely amazing cartoon. I love Dexter's Laboratory, which was another classic. I love shows like Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yeah.
Moving away from cartoons, I enjoyed Drake and Josh. I enjoyed iCarly.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Disney Channel stuff as well, like Sweet Life.
Yeah, OG Disney's Channel stuff, you know, not like
exactly
now released Disney stuff.
Yeah.
I say that Disney Channel's shut down now, isn't it? So
what?
Yeah.
Have they? What? Since when?
About a year, I think.
Is that just UK or is that worldwide?
US as well, I'm pretty sure.
What? I did not know that.
Because of Disney Plus, because of the success of it, they're just releasing stuff there instead now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Disney Channel's not closing down in the US.
Oh, okay.
But
so it's just UK.
In the UK, the Disney Channel has closed down. Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, it's closed down. Or maybe not in the UK actually, but it's definitely closing down in other countries.
No, it's definitely shut here.
Oh wow. Oh no, it is shut down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney Channel, Disney XD, Disney Junior, all closed. Wow. How
Weird,
sad's that?
End of an era.
I mean, it makes perfect sense with that subscription fee. Yeah, you could totally see why that brings all the money back to them, and I bet it's much better than advertising.
Oh yes.
So yeah. Oh well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favourite TV show / cartoons from your childhood?
Cartoon wise, easily I'll put like Pokemon, SpongeBob, probably Fairly Odd Parents and stuff in there, you know.
Odd Parents, Fairly Odd Parents.
Odds and wigs for the crowdy things.
Odd Parents, Fairly Odd Parents. Go on. Go on.
Bum. Is that part, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the bum. That's the bit that I want you to fill out.
Bum.
Go on. 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 Go on.
Oh, I don't know what that bit is.
Go on, you know it.
One down, wings fly, granny things. Oh, parrots, fairly, oh, parrots. Bum, 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 butter.
Go on, I don't want to keep grilling you to do it, obviously, because otherwise we'll
I
be here
don't
all
know
podcast
it.
episode. What if I said the first couple of words?
Yeah, go on.
Do you reckon then you would pick it up?
Maybe,
Or...
give it a try.
Okay, so the first couple of words to that bit, really mod, P-pod, what rhymes with that? Can you think of the animation in your head?
Really mod Peapod?
Buff bod, hot rod.
No.
Because he transforms into a Peapod, then he has the muscles, and then he goes driving away in a guitar. Not in a guitar? What? He goes driving away in a car, and then that's when it goes on to the next bit where it's like, apple juice, rabbit goose, green moose, guava juice, cherry steak, birthday cake, large rice, chocolate shake.
Yeah.
And that's the chocolate shake is the only bit that people remember. But if you're cool, then you should remember that whole section.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn.
I'm not cool.
To be fair, not many people also know that really mod, Peapod, buff bod, hot rod bit either.
Yeah.
Because people can't really... I mean, you can make out the Peapod, buff bod, and hot rod. You can guess. But the really mod... What'd you put with that?
Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, okay, sure, why not? Any other shows?
TV show wise, probably again classic Disney. So like That's So Raven, Sweet
yes.
Life. We'll put like Hannah Montana in there. It was always a good show. Wasn't a fan of the music, but good show. And there's probably some more things I'm just forgetting, to be honest. iCarly, that was always good.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Nice.
All good stuff. Thank you, So. Appreciate it.
Z not Z, number 1.
This is the odd question, which I think we should just give one answer to. Not even like question the like.
Okay, this is maths homework for everybody. A high-speed train travels a distance of 487 kilometers in 3 hours. The distance is measured correct to the nearest kilometer. The time is measured correct to the nearest minute. By considering bounds, work out the average speed in kilometers a minute of the train.
The train.
The car.
The train.
Well, I think I know the answer anyway.
Yeah?
Yep.
What is it?
It's 487 kilometers in 3 hours, 60 minutes in an hour, so 487 divided by 180 is 2.7 kilometers per minute.
Yeah?
You're very welcome, Z not Z. Enjoy that with your maths homework. Thank you for the shit question.
Cool.
You didn't think I was going to answer. What was your one-word answer going to be?
Same thing you just said.
You were going to say 2.7?
Yeah.
Sure.
Matashi has said, how long do you think you'll continue doing the podcast for? Until we're done.
Yeah, there's no set time frame.
This one, probably like another 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, sure. The podcast is coming up for renewal next month.
Ooh.
So if we discontinue, it's because, yeah,
I don't want to pay.
It will either stop next month or you've got another year 100% coming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think we've still got plenty of steam to continue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, any time beyond the next year, I guess, or even longer.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah, no end date. We'll just see what happens. If it gets to a point where we're dragging and everything's drying up and we don't see any ways continue, then we'll end it, because if we're not having fun, then what's the point? Because no one else is going to have fun. But whilst we're still having fun, we're going to continue.
Ba 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 ba.
Do you remember that bit now that I've said it?
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. Oh my god, isn't one of them. Matoshi, thanks for the question. Rossi Boy says, what are your dream podcast guests? I mean, who? Who are your dream podcast guests?
No, we're going what?
What? Oh yes, a jar of soap.
Oh, you know what I was going to say? I was going to say a bottle of hand gel.
Oh, on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Let's get on.
Right, mine's in my hand right now.
Oh, okay. Well, you have fun with that. Who are my dream podcast guests? Yeah, someone who's actually recognised internationally. Someone who's like considered a celebrity. That'd be fantastic. I've got no specific person in mind, but I'm talking along the lines of, so not just in the influencer scene, but like just the everything scene, along the lines of Let's go Billie Eilish or someone like that. That'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
Someone who's recognized that internationally. But otherwise, I don't really have a dream podcast guest. Anyone with a cool story. If someone's got an amazing story to tell, I want them on, because that's
and
what
as long
I
as
like
they're going
about
to be
this
fun
podcast.
as well,
Yeah, we've had all of the podcast guests that we've had on so far. They've been absolutely wonderful. They've been absolutely amazing. They've all told great stories. So if we can live up to what they have already done, then that's fantastic. I want the next person to also do that, or better, to come onto the podcast.
Yeah.
What about you? You got a dream? You've been on another podcast.
I have, yeah. I was on Ryan Roxy's podcast last year, guitarist from Alice Cooper. Yeah, I don't really have a dream podcast guest. I don't know. I kind of like, if there is someone that would like to be on it that we like, cool,
Would you ever interview your boss?
If he wants to, yeah.
Fantastic.
Sure, why not? Can ask him all these types of questions like, Jack, how big...
Jack, a high-speed train travels at a distance of 487 kilometers in 3 hours.
How are you doing in general? How's life for you? Hope you're well. Smiley face. Finally, from Nath this isn't Nath, so you're either a pathological liar or you really aren't.
Or you are Nath. Yeah.
They say, what are your picks in Mario Kart?
Okay, I have an answer for this.
Yeah.
It depends on two things though. Am I streaming or am I not streaming? If I'm streaming, whatever someone else picks.
Oh.
I always ask the stream, who should I play? And then when it comes to like the wheels and the car and the glider, I always just say, right, I'm going to hold down first person to say, I don't know, curry, that will stop. So it's always completely random while streaming. When I'm not streaming, I normally go with either Metal Mario, because I'm aiming for Gold Mario.
Yep.
I'll either go for Yahoo!
Yep. Wahoo!
Wahoo! Or okay. Or I will just stick with whatever I selected during the stream.
Cool.
I don't really care about the character so much. But when it comes to the cars, I always I think is it Mercedes?
There is a Mercedes one, yeah.
I always go with that Mercedes car, which looks like an SUV.
I see.
I think, because I don't know, there's just something about that car which works well. The tires, I'll go with one of the ones which actually looks like good tires, not to like compliment the car, but just because. And then the glider, I don't care about the glider so much. People always pick cars based on their stats. I do not. I have not once ever looked at the stats.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so I literally just go with what I feel is good. And that Mercedes car, I feel like I can drive best in. It's probably just me telling myself that, but no, generally, yeah, that's my pick. What about you?
Character is very important for me. I always play as Yoshi, no questions asked. If I'm not Yoshi, something is wrong. And he is riding the Yoshi bike.
Oh, of course.
So he's riding himself. He has the tiny red wheels with the little yellow dot in the middle or whatever.
Yep.
And the last bit, the glider, I couldn't care about. So just whichever one looks nicest.
So you're fussy on 3 out of 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I like playing Yoshi. Although
That's fair.
I don't the bike part. I'm happy to use any bike. I don't ever use cars unless I'm using someone else's game. Then I will be using a car if it's all they've got available, sort of thing.
See, I'm complete opposite, and I think we probably do that for the same reason. Do you find it easier to drive bikes than cars?
Yes.
I find it easier to drive cars than bikes.
Right. Weird.
So yeah, I think that's that makes perfect sense, to be honest.
That is weird though.
I appreciate the grip more because I am always, and I mean always, drifting.
So am I.
And I think cars have a lot more grip, but might just be placebo. I might have just need to give bikes a little bit more of a shot, but I feel like I can drive cars a lot more than bikes.
I feel like I can drive bikes a lot more than cars.
Well, at least we have the same reasoning.
Yeah, that's weird.
And we both go with wahoo!
Wahoo! Anyway, thank you very much, Nath, for your question, and thank you everyone else for your questions as well. If yours wasn't here this time, don't worry. It's because it was shit.
God.
I'm joking. It's just we run out of time. We are about 40 minutes in. And it was shit, really, yeah. I'm joking. You hope. Anyway, thank you for listening to this week's episode of... Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Stuck in a Podcast, where you can stay up to date with all this new stuff. And you can also follow us here on Spotify. That'd be good. If we get, 10 more followers, then we've got 10 more followers, which is pretty sick. So that'd be good. Thank you. And follow us on our personals at FraserIRL for Fraser, at Kairos Best for me. Same on YouTube, Twitch, whatever else, Instagram. Go follow us all there. I think that's it, really. Fraser, anything else?
No, not really.
Cool. And remember...
Don't say you forgot, because I did that gag last week. I did that last week.
How are you doing? Just in general. How's life going for you? Hope you're well. Smiley face, bitch.
Bitch.